Something about Bradley Walsh has always felt familiar, almost comforting. The kind of presence that walks into a room and instantly makes people smile without trying too hard. For years, he's been that steady, charming figure on screens everywhere, someone audiences feel like they've known forever. That's why when his recent emotional message surfaced, it didn't just pass by quietly. It lingered, it settled in hearts, and it sparked a wave of concern, affection, and endless conversation among fans. The message itself wasn't loud or dramatic. In fact, it was gentle, thoughtful, almost tender. Bradley spoke with a softness that instantly felt different from his usual playful confidence. There was warmth in his voice, but also a pause, a careful choice of words that made people lean closer, as if afraid to miss something important. Fans quickly noticed that this wasn't just another cheerful update. This felt personal. What made it even more powerful was how human it sounded. No grand statements, no polished performance, just Bradley speaking honestly with that familiar charm slightly dimmed by emotion. It was the kind of moment that reminds everyone that even the most joyful faces carry quiet burdens sometimes. Almost immediately, social media filled with reactions. Some were worried, some were supportive, others were surprisingly romantic in tone, with fans expressing just how deeply connected they feel to him. It was as if millions of people collectively reached out at once, offering virtual hugs, kind words, and the occasional lighthearted joke to lift his spirits. And that's the funny thing about Bradley Walsh. Even in moments of concern, he somehow brings people together with warmth and humor. Fans began sharing their favorite memories of him, from his quick wit to those perfectly timed laughs that made ordinary moments unforgettable. A few even joked that if kindness could be bottled, Bradley would have invented it years ago. There was something almost romantic about the way people responded. Not romantic in the traditional sense, but in that deeply emotional way where admiration meets loyalty. Fans weren't just reacting to a message, they were reacting to years of laughter, comfort, and companionship he's given them through the screen. Many pointed out how Bradley has always been the one lifting others up, the joke cracker, the mood maker, the reassuring presence when tension rises. So seeing him speak with such visible emotion felt like the roles had gently reversed. This time it was the audience's turn to support him. And yet, even in this emotional moment, there were glimpses of the Bradley everyone knows, a subtle smile, a familiar tone that hinted he didn't want anyone worrying too much, almost as if he were saying, "I'm okay, I just needed to speak from the heart for a moment." That balance is what made the message so compelling. It wasn't heavy enough to alarm, but it was sincere enough to matter. It invited people into his world without opening the door too wide, and fans respected that, responding with kindness rather than speculation. Some viewers described feeling unexpectedly emotional themselves. Others admitted they replayed the message more than once, trying to understand every pause, every expression. A few joked that Bradley could read a grocery list and still make people feel something, and honestly, that might not be far from the truth. What's undeniable is how deeply he resonates with people. There's a reason his emotional message didn't fade after a few hours. It stayed. It was shared, discussed, and gently analyzed, not out of curiosity alone, but out of care. In a world where public figures often seem distant, Bradley has always felt close, like a favorite uncle, a trusted friend, or that familiar voice that makes evenings brighter. His humor has always been easy, never forced. His warmth feels genuine, and his emotional honesty reminded everyone that behind the smiles is a real person with real feelings. Interestingly, some fans even found the moment oddly uplifting. They said it made them feel less alone in their own quiet struggles. Seeing someone so admired speak with vulnerability created a sense of connection that went beyond entertainment. It turned into something human. Of course, there were lighter moments, too. Fans couldn't help but sprinkle humor into their responses. Comments popped up saying things like, "Bradley, you're not allowed to make us cry before dinner," or "Please follow emotional messages with a joke next time, we're not ready." It was classic Bradley energy, even when he wasn't trying to be funny. And that's the magic. Even concern came wrapped in affection and laughter. The atmosphere wasn't dark or heavy. It was warm, caring, and surprisingly hopeful. Bradley's message also reminded people how rare authenticity feels these days. No grand build-up, no exaggerated emotion, just sincerity. That alone was enough to stop people mid-scroll and listen. As conversations continued, one theme stood out clearly: gratitude. Fans expressed how thankful they are for the joy Bradley has brought into their lives, for the laughter after long days, for the comfort of familiar routines, for the sense that no matter what, some things remain reliably kind. And perhaps that's why the concern felt so personal. When someone gives so much joy, people naturally want to protect that source of happiness. They want to make sure it's okay. They want to give back, even if only with words. Romantically speaking, there's something beautiful about that exchange. A performer gives warmth to the world, and when he shows a moment of vulnerability, the world gently gives it back. No spotlight, no applause, just quiet support. As the buzz slowly softened, reassurance replaced worry. Many realized that emotional moments don't always signal something negative. Sometimes they simply mean someone is reflecting, appreciating, or acknowledging life's weight and beauty at the same time. Bradley Walsh has always been good at balancing those things: humor and heart, playfulness and sincerity. This moment, while unexpected, felt like another chapter in that ongoing story. And as fans continue to talk, share, and smile through their concern, one thing remains clear: Bradley isn't just watched, he's cared for, and that's something truly special. So if this story touched you, made you smile, or sparked your curiosity, stay connected. There's always more warmth, more laughter, and more unforgettable moments ahead.